So,
What's your name?
my name's Karina.
Karina. Hi, Karina. Oh, come on, I can do better than that. Hi, Karina. Okay.
Hey guys, nice to meet you. So my problem is, how do I grow in a saturated market space with a lean team, but we're very agile?
Can you tell me a little bit more about your business?
We're in entertainment, so we make video games.
Make video games, okay?
But I bet no one in this room here plays a lot of video games. Maybe like 1 in every 10 people here play video games or know
Okay.
what that's about.
Yeah. I play video games, I get
You
it.
play video games? Okay, cool. So, do you want to buy my game?
What kind of game do you make?
So we make adventure strategy games for the PC.
Oh, for PC, okay. Not app or anything like that, just PC.
Just the PC for
Okay,
now. We'll start
okay.
with PC.
Okay, okay. And then what strategy game, like tell me a little bit more.
So our games would be more like tactics.
Tactics,
something
okay.
for big kids like me.
Okay.
So big kids like all of us who like chess. Someone mentioned chess here earlier.
Okay.
Let's say like we had Fallout. It's kind of like an action game.
Yep.
Exploring game. But then we also have like real-time strategy games.
Okay.
Like Warhammer. If anyone's familiar with Warhammer.
Out of all, how many games have you made?
In my career,
Yeah.
I've made a lot of apps and mobile apps.
Okay.
Facebook apps. So
Which one is the most successful?
We had one game with about 1.7 million
Okay.
users.
Download?
Yeah, downloads.
Okay. Free downloads, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But mobile is a very interesting space, and so I wanted to move into PC.
Yes.
It's more premium
Yes.
from what I experienced. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got one game on app that's got 1.7 million downloads, which is good, and then
It's okay.
and then you have in-game purchase and things like that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Was that profitable?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Even that's the most successful game you've developed.
I've worked for some other people who've made successful
Got
games.
it. Got it. And but now you're doing it on your own.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been doing it on your own?
Not long. Less than a year, less than 6 months.
Okay. And usually, how long does it take to develop a game?
So we're very agile. It would usually take about 2 years, but we think we can do it in about a year and a half.
A year and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, notice as I'm asking questions, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Making her think.
No, but also, yes, but what am I doing, though?
Understanding her business.
Yeah, understanding her business. So same thing with you as you're listening, think in terms you can do the same thing for what you do, or even for your friends. Okay, so with that, so most successful 1.7 download, now you're doing on your own for PC, and so what's your challenge?
So we're trying to enter a distributing platform with about 120 million users,
Yes,
but there are many, many other games to compete with.
yes.
So if we have a very lean budget, how do we get ourselves out there? How do we get ourselves known? How do we get to the front page?
So with this type of model, as you know, that not just saturated, in the gaming industry, it's owned by a handful of big companies. You have a lot of, like apps is a little bit different. Apps, you have guys, independent company, they kind of do their own thing and try to make it big. But
Right.
but game, you're talking PC games, right? Give me one of the most popular PC games. Warcraft,
Most
right?
popular?
Huh?
Warcraft?
Warcraft, right? Warcraft's pretty popular, right? I played when I was in high school, you know, it's okay.
It's okay now.
Yeah. You know,
It's declined a lot.
yeah, what's like, give me one that's most popular.
I think right now we're looking at Metal Gear Solid, would be a really good one. Dota, League of Legends.
Okay, yeah,
So those
that's
are
also very popular.
Popular ones, yeah.
So you notice a lot of these games cost how much money to make?
Millions.
Millions. How much money to market?
Also millions.
Yeah, so the odds are not so good, right? How many of you watched Dragon's Den? Anyone watch Dragon's Den? Yeah, I love Dragon's Den. You know that sometimes the entrepreneur, they've got this product and they're so emotionally attached to the product. And then sometimes the dragons, they say, no, you know, I remember, I forgot which episode, but this entrepreneur developed this product and he said, oh, you know, I'm going to find distribution, I'm going to pitch the company, I'm going to get shelf space, I'm going to da-da-da-da-da. I think it's some kind of a game, maybe board game, I don't quite remember. And then he was talking about this and Kevin O'Leary was like, that's a stupid idea. You don't want to do that. You should license this thing to a big company who's already got distribution, who has already got the contact, who's got, like, I don't so much believe in, I'm not saying it cannot be done, but the odds are not good.
What if I had data to back up our projection?
For,
So if we want to enter the PC platform,
Yes.
and let's say I sent a test product into the environment and we only made 2,000 impressions, but the data looked good, what would you suggest?
So you got a little bit of traction?
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay, so you mean you can raise money to push that?
Potentially.
Okay, let's say you do raise the money. Let's say pretend I can give you any amount of money that you need. What would you do?
We'd hire a marketing strategist, first of all.
Okay.
We'd need some content creators, so we'd hire a programmer and we'd hire an artist.
Don't hire me. I'm not for
Don't
hire.
hire-
Yes.
That's all we need, just small
Okay, so
teams.
marketing strategist,
Yep.
and then they would do what?
Prepare us for launch, mostly. Make sure that we have... So, right, when we launched our product, we got 2,000 impressions just organically, but we need about 10,000 to make it work officially for us.
Yes.
So if we had that marketing strategist who was able to kind of ramp us up towards that, we
Yeah.
think we could have reached 10,000, but we missed
Yes.
by a bit.
So if you reach 10,000, how much money you would have made?
Well, if we reached, well, at least 100 grand. For a small team, it's not bad to get us started.
Yeah, so there are many, many things going on here. So with, first of all, the product itself, notice in terms of your goal. If you just want to make a couple hundred grand, that's what I call a lifestyle entrepreneur.
Okay.
A lot of people are lifestyle entrepreneur, like graphic designers, consultants, and coaches. They're happy with that. And they, oh, you know, 100 grand a year, that's comfortable for me, and that's all I wanted to. Like you said, you know, for a group of us, we share the money, that's not too bad, right? But if you want to grow, that's one thing. But you want to grow a company, that's a whole different thing, right?
Oh, okay.
It's a very different thing. So the objective is say, you know what, I don't want to sell 10,000, I want to sell 100,000 of these games versus 500,000 of these games versus I just want to make enough money so I'm comfortable. Can you see the difference? Yes?
Right.
Yeah, it's very different objective. Both are good. Both are good. But I'm just saying, if you want to get your game, I believe anything that you do, you should do it to the highest degree. If you're going to
Okay.
get out to the marketplace, I would rather prove the traction and then pitch the company and say, you know what, we've got traction. I would license the game for you, and then you get paid a little bit of money, of royalty of some kind, right? And then just get paid. Versus you go through all of that. Look at entrepreneurs, I mean, that's why 95% of businesses fail in the first 10 years. The odds are against you. And if that's the case, how can we be that 5%? Well, you get into that 5%, just like what Toby was talking about, if you don't have to put in a ton of money and you can leverage existing platform, you lower your risk. So I would do that instead. Like, what is the shortest path to profit? In this way, you make it enough attraction and bam, why not use their money? Why not use their contact? And chances are, even if you raise the money, if you hire a marketing company to do that, you still don't know.
Okay.
You know how gaming works. Sometimes some games takes off. Sometimes
Right.
you think a stupid game. Oh, come on, who wants to play that dumb game and it takes off? Like, what is it? A couple years ago, it has the game. Was it the Little Bird? What is
Flappy
it?
Bird?
What is it?
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I mean, it's the dumbest game. Like, what the fuck is this, right? You know, I remember I was playing on it. My friend showed it to me and I was playing. I said, what is this? It's like, holy shit. And then I was dead, right? Okay, now I'm gonna get serious about this shit, right? And then I get, shit, right? And I play like for 30 minutes later. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Don't bother me, let me do this. Right? It is addictive. Who would have thought of, like, if I tell you a concept, you know what, I'm gonna make a game that's so difficult to play with a stupid bird going through these obstacles, and chances are you won't go very far. You talk to an investor like that, what the hell is this? But you know what I mean? So you never know.
Okay, so then I have time for one more question.
Yes.
How would I pitch my company or my product right now? If let's say that was my pitch, how would I get
So let's say now you have
invested?
traction. I get this from entrepreneurs quite often. Like, who do I talk to? I don't
Right.
have contacts. That's all. It's all limiting belief. Truly, it's limiting belief. Because anybody now with LinkedIn, you can find the person who's in charge in that department, who's in charge of the game's licensing. Whatever is that department, you can get through to those people. Just like I have a podcast called Shoulders of Titans.
Okay.
It's free. Shouldersoftitans.com. You guys can listen to it. People ask me, how do I get access to some of these people that the people I interview? A couple weeks ago, I interviewed the founder of Priceline.com. Grew a company from 0 to $2 billion, right? I don't know him. Oh, then you must have some magical connection. Here's the magic. It's called email. I emailed the guy, and he said no. And I emailed him again. He said no. After 12 times, he said, stop bothering me, I'll do it. There's no magic. It's hustle.
Hustle.
It's how to get through these people. So it's not like you need some magic connection. Once you have a proven game, it's a good game, you've got some proven traction, you just pitch them. Hey, you know what? I'm talking to this company. And then you tell them you're talking to other companies as well. We're looking for, a partner who would want to license this game. And you can see this is what we have, and then you can play and right? And then you let them know you're talking to other people and just pitch them. You might have to pitch them more than once or twice. But once you get one game in, you're in. Because next time they're like, you know what? I like what your team has done. It's getting your foot in the door that's the most difficult, right? But once you're in, okay, these are a group of guys know what they're doing. It's like one of my companies are corporate champions. We have clients who are Microsoft, Amazon, TELUS. People say, how do you get through to them? You just LinkedIn and you contact with them and you follow up and you email, you phone call. Like it's not rocket science. And you talk to 100, 10 would say yes. And then next year, another 10 would say yes. And then now you have got Amazon, you've got Microsoft, you've got all these companies. And I talk to other companies, oh yeah, I've already got Microsoft, Amazon.com, all these top companies. Would you like to get involved? Oh, sure. That's how it is, right? We also got a duty-free shop and this all, company, all that. But it's how we started off with one. And I can tell you how we started is, actually, if you're curious, that we started giving away what we do for free. So we get the first couple name in the door. So we got the credit unions as a client, but the first year we actually gave it for free, what we offer, the service. But second year, they came back and say full price. But it's better if I get credit union, now I can talk to Van City, I can talk to TD Bank, I can talk to I've already got credit union. Does that make sense?
Right.
So think of who in your market, this might be helpful for everyone, who in your market, if you could get that person, you would get everybody else. The kingpin in your marketplace. If you get that influencer, you get everybody else. It helps, right?
Right.
Yeah.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.